Hi everybody, I'm here doing some review for GED testing. So if you are somebody who needs to take the GED and you want to know what specifically you want to study for the GED for the math portion, I've got you covered and I'll take you through with some of the books that I've looked at and kind of gotten some ideas of what needs to be covered in order to complete the GED and pass it. So what I'll start with is a quick rundown of what we've got going on, and I'm going to take you through the different videos of what you will expect and different pieces that you might see. All right, so here's what you really need for the GED math portion. You need to know how to do mathematical reasoning, basic arithmetic, applied arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. And what I was reading about is that you have no calculus or pre-calculus in there, so that's a good thing. And there's no logs, there's no proofs, imaginary numbers, any of that stuff. So formulas are provided, so you don't need to remember like the formulas of area or volume. I'll show you that in 1 minute. And then we're gonna have 5 questions that you cannot use a calculator for. You will not be able to complete any other portions of the test until you have done those 5 questions. And then you can move on to the other 41 questions that you can use a calculator with. And what I found out, according to the book that I was reading, that you do not bring a calculator with you. It is provided to you on the screen in the computer, and it is the TI-30XS in the computer. So I use that sometimes when I'm in my classroom. I have that calculator. So if you've seen any of my videos where I've used that calculator, it's a blue, like a dark blue calculator. Sometimes it's light blue, sometimes it's pink, depending upon what I got my hands on in my classroom. But that's the ones that we use when we are doing 8th grade. So that is what you're gonna be looking at. All right, so I have these pictures, this is kind of what I got. So you can see these are the formulas that you can maybe tell. I'm gonna try to see if I can zoom in on here. You can see areas are given to you right there. We have perimeter, this is areas up here, perimeter is down here. We've got surface area and volume right here. And then down here we have some pieces of information from mean and median, and then some algebraic equations that are also given to you. So the distance formula, and you can see the Pythagorean and simple interest. So all of those things are provided to you, so you do not need to figure them out. So that's very helpful, because if you know how to plug in numbers and substitute, then this will make it a heck of a lot easier because you don't have to memorize all that. So let's take a walk through all of the different types of things that you will be covering. And again, most of these playlists that I have in my playlist are covered in these different topic areas, pretty much the same names as what you might see. So we'll kind of walk our way through here. So linear equations and the coordinate plane. So these are all topics that are covered. So relations, I'm actually going to be starting relations this coming week. Well, actually, no, next week. So a little bit this week and next week, and functions as well. So there are going to be functions covered. So keep a lookout for that. Functional notation. Again, I will be doing some of that this week and next week. The coordinate plane, I have got tons of playlists on. Slopes of lines, linear equations. That is like a huge bulk of all the different, I have so many playlists just of that stuff because it's such a huge and broad topic. And then we have linear inequalities. So again, look for these playlists. If you're looking for inequalities, I have a playlist for those. Applications of linear models. So those are like your real world applications, which I do have a separate playlist for that. And quadratic functions, which I also have a playlist for. I'll move this sideways because I didn't fix it. But so you can see kind of the types of questions that you will see. In here, we have standard multiple choice questions that you can do. You have drag and drop items, drop down items, hotspot items, which is, it says, a kind of question that you click within a set of a range, and then you pick an image or a marker that will be appearing on there, and then you can plot like points on grids and number lines and things like that. And then fill in the blank items. So if you've ever taken like one of those state testing tests, that's how they all are anyway right now. So if you've been in school within the past several years, if you're older and you're like, my age and you're Gen X, then, that stuff wasn't available. We just had it in a booklet and it wasn't on the computer. But if you've taken the tests that are standardized tests on the computer, you probably have experienced this. I'm going to take you into a part 2 So you can see more of the things that you will find in the GED questions, and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more questions like these and so much more.